Good evening and welcome in here to TSSR's continuing coverage of basketball action around the area. Glad you're alongside with us here this evening as we get ready for basketball action. The Rushville Industry Rockets taking on the West Prairie Cyclones here from West Prairie High School here in Colchester. Again, glad you're alongside. Hope you enjoy our coverage of things going on this season as we kind of wind it down. That's going to be the thing this week. We'll have the girls' senior night coming up to Thursday night. And again, just kind of going through the season as we slowly go toward the postseason, as we used to call it back in the WCAZ days, the February Frenzy coming our way here. Glad you're alongside. Do want to thank some of our fine sponsors, including McDonough Telephone Cooperative, also JoJo's Gaming Parlor, offering the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. Having slow and reliable internet just doesn't cut it. In 2026, MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtccrowdfiber.com to check your availability today. And one of our very good friends here in the crowd tonight from the Community News Brief, Shelby Burgett, and also Arlen Britton will be here tonight. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, emailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All of this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're age 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. The Rushville Industry Rockets in the purple uniforms. Keaton Ruth hanging on to the ball right now, working on Ivan Beck and a man-on-man. Gets a screen from Jude Evelyn, and then another one from Junior Ecklow. As he'll hold it in the post, work on Aiden Lacey. A little bully ball there, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Evelyn the rebound, up and in and good. And it is 2-0 Rockets. They will pressure here in the backcourt. Ball comes up, working up for Gannon Shipman. He's joined by Mason Whitman, Ivan Beck, also Aiden Lacey and Mason Sorrells for the Cyclones. Shipman with it in the far side corner, swings it up to Beck. Beck going to dribble in on a 2-3 zone by the Rockets, and Ivan Beck rings up a 2 for the Cyclones here. And the Cyclone going back the other way. The Rockets, 3, Keaton Ruth losing it there, and then the Cyclones throw it away on that one. The turnover brings it back over to Rushville Industry. And now working it up here is Nathan Stambaugh, a sophomore for the team. And then to Evelyn. Evelyn Ecklew going to get the rebound. He will go up, missed it. Rebound snapped out of there by Mason Whitman. Whitman coming out of there with it. Goes back to work with it. Now working around, swing it over to Beck. Beck working around with it to the outside as they'll come back the other way. Up to Whitman, bouncing down here, 6.5 left to go in this first quarter of play. And a tip and a steal now by Stambaugh. He'll run it up, put it up and in, and go up 2-4-0. And folks, I know the scoreboard is not quite correct, having a little issue there. We'll get her fixed here in just a second. As we'll that, and the Cyclones the other way, block by Ecklew in the lane. And they'll bring it back out the other way here as they bring it up. Cyclones and the Rockets going at here. And setting it up again. Shipman able to get his hands on it and bring it back the other way. A 4-2 game here for the two teams. And shot on the way by Mason Whitman. It is no good. Pulled out of there by Evelyn. And they'll go back the other way. Working here, you hear their teammates chanting here, tell them D up, D up. Kind of become one of the interesting trends here of this season, is I've heard a lot of teams doing that. as they talk it up, do all that, and go to work here. Shot in the lane, no good, and the rebound off the hands of Lacey and out of bounds. 4-2 lead for the Rockets so far. And a couple substitutions. Aiden Lacey and Mason Sorrells will come out. Tyson Carnes and Cam Melvin will check in. Zekley with it. He'll hand it off, and that one put up and on the way by Ruth. Missed it. Rebound in the lane. Up in, yes! And it counts from Nolan Ingalls. Right now makes it 6-2. And they will set it up here. Free throw, no good. Cam Melvin snaps up the board, and they'll go out of over there with it the other way. Bring it out for the Cyclones as Cam Melvin works it. It is 6-2. We roll under 5 minutes left here in this first quarter as Carnes will step up now over to Beck. Beck going to put it on the bounce, skip through the trees, and get it swatted. Stambaugh comes back out of there with it and works it back the other way. They throw it away again, coming up, and that one going right back. Turnover begat turnover, and Stambaugh comes out of there with it. Cyclones work it up to Shipman over to Ivan Beck. Beck pulls it out of there again. 6-2 the lead here. 4:28 left to go in this first quarter play. And again, I'm going to apologize. Working on the scoreboard here a little bit. We'll try to get her back going here when we get a chance. They bring it in. Melvin. Melvin, hard pass. Caught it. Eckley with the rebound. And out of there with it come the Rockets in the hands of Keaton Ruth. And Ruth will walk it up. Now we'll set the offense here. Gives the pass over to Ingalls. Ingalls watching a little cutting in the lane. And I'll bring it into the post. Eckley going to spin. That one blocked by Shipman. And Mason Whitman has it tipped off his foot. Saved by Cam Melvin. And they'll bring it to the far side. Carnes dribbles. 15-footer is good. Cuts it down to 6-4. And they'll bring it back here the other way. As they go to work with it. And now working up the court. Giving a look here to it. And back. Working into Eckley. Kicking it out for Ingalls. Ingalls. Now we'll come with it. Back out again. And a 6-4 lead here for the Rockets, leading by 2. Hold on to it. Ingalls driving in, goes put up. That one left it just a little bit short. And now they'll come out of there with it on the run. Carnes works it around to Beck. 2:50, clock rolling here. First quarter out to Carnes. He'll take a bounce lane, had it poked away. Whitman with it to Shipman. He'll try the three, no good. And Melvin snaps up the rebound. He'll go in, put it up, put it in, and good. Cam Melvin puts the biscuit in the basket and makes it 6-6, tied up here, 2.5 and rolling in the first quarter of play here on this last home game for the boys of the season. Quick three up and no good. Rebound batted around. Whitman able to secure it off to Ivan Beck. Beck in a hurry up the far side of the court on the dribble. Drive right in the lane. Layup rolls out. Eckley with the rebound. And he'll take a bounce and work it over for Ruth. Ruth walks it up for the Rushville Industry Rockets here. Coming over to the far side, now drives in, and he'll get a foul from Melvin. Melvin with the handout, gives the personal. And so that'll bring it. Rushville Rocket ball out of bounds. That is the first on the team, first on either team. It has been a lightning quick first quarter. Holden Copeland will check in as Mason Whitman goes out and bringing the ball in underneath the basket is Ruth. Bounces into Eckley. He'll work it up top for Stambaugh. Back in the corner. Fake down into the post again, working those big guys. As they drive the lane, kick out, works it over for Ingalls. Ingalls holds and waits. A little screening going on there in the lane. In the post again to Eckley. Out. He'll kick it for Stambaugh. Stambaugh a couple of dribbles, bouncing to Ingalls. Working to a minute 40. Clock rolling here. Near still there. Evelyn turns, brings it back out. And a little bit of shimmy shake by Mr. Stanbaugh. He'll pass it up top for Ruth. And they'll set a high 1-4 set. Ruth dives to the lane. He gets fouled. Either Copeland or Melvin. If that's Melvin, that's his second. As actually on Holden Copeland up to the free throw line at will step Keaton Ruth. And Ruth sitting in. Free throw on the way. It is good. Aiden Lacey in, Cam Melvin out for the Cyclones. That is the third team foul on them, so they picked up a couple pretty quick. 7-6. Rushville Industry with the lead. And misses the second. Rebound tapped by Lacey. Holden Copeland able to secure, and he'll run back the other way. Comes up top of the key. Holds it on here. Kind of a 3-2 zone now, or 1-2-2, depending on how you want to say it. The Shipman at the high post. Down on the corner to Beck. Beck slicing in out to Copeland. Holds and fakes over to Carnes. They work down to a minute 10. Clock rolling, first quarter. To Shipman in the lane. He'll take a bounce. Go to spin around and lost the handle on it out of bounds. Turns it over. 7-6, 1 point lead here for Rushville Industry. As they'll bring it in into Ruth. Ruth will walk it up. Pretty much all sophomores on this bunch. And Eckler going to give a screen out top. Tried to roll, but there he got a hold of it. Nice job with the hands catching it, putting it up and in. And it makes it 10-7. Or 9-6 rather, the lead. Lacey, he'll draw a foul. And that'll put up to the free throw line Aiden Lacey. And I believe that is Eckler's second. Coming in for him will be Tyson Trone. Free throw on the way by Lacey. It is good. So cuts it to 9-7. We're ready the second one. Free throw up and good. Aiden Lacey knocks home a pair and cuts the lead down to 1, 9-8. 42 seconds and rolling in this first quarter of play. Been a pretty tight one so far here. They bring it in the corner to Stanbaugh rather. He'll bounce it out to Trone. Ruth going to work on a screen from Evelyn, bounces it to him. Shot on the way and good. The big fella drops one home and makes it 11-8 as the Cyclones come back. Plenty of time to work with 20 seconds left. Carnes over to Copeland. Copeland looks in at Lacey. Nope. Dribbles in, nearly lost it, gathered it back out to Beck. Down to 10 seconds left to Shipman in the far corner. Giving a watch on Lacey, nearly had it poked away over to Beck to Copeland. 5 seconds with 4. Out to Beck. Beck dribbles out to Shipman. 3 on the way. No good. And at the end of one quarter play, it is 11-8. The Rockets leading the Cyclones here, right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My name is Kelsey Cunningham. I'm a nurse practitioner with the cardiology department here at McDonough District Hospital. Cardiology is like a big puzzle. A lot of things can be traced back to the heart, and to see somebody in your office at the beginning of the process really down on themselves and, not feeling like their best self, and I think in their mind never really thinking that they're going to recover from that, to fast forward 6 months where they're back doing things they once did. It's the ultimate goal, and I love to see it happen.
Back here as we get ready to head to the second quarter, 11-8, the Rushville Industry Rockets leading the Cyclones as we head to the second quarter of play. And, of course, we'll have the varsity contest as well. Got a lot of other fun things going on here. I'm glad you're alongside TSSR for this one. This West Prairie game stream made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. Buffering means suffering. So kick slow Wi-Fi to the curb and connect your home with MTC's fiber internet to get blazing fast Wi-Fi with speeds up to 1 gig. Sign up online at mtcfiber.net. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for free quote today. Mason Whitman opened in the second quarter, 3 no good. Evelyn down with the rebound, and they'll come back the other way. At the throttle now is Nolan Ingalls. Passes over for Ruth down in the lane for Stambaugh. Cut off nicely by Lacey. And they'll work it on out here. An extended zone put on by the Cyclones. Actually is man on man. Got to look zone look at first. Rockets swing it to Trone. Also Evelyn out there. Cam Melvin bothered him. Stambaugh dribbles down, bouncing into Evelyn. Lost the handle on it, but Trone able to gather it back. Melvin gives a little bump. Trone with a dribble. Out in the corner, 3 on the way. No good, and the rebound pulled out of there by Whitman. Whitman in a hurry, quickly tried the fast break. Just a little wide of Aiden Lacey. It'll be out of bounds and make it go back to the Rushville Industry Rockets. 7:10 mark of the second quarter of play. Again, glad you're alongside for our coverage here. This will, at least for me, wrap up the boys section of the season, barring any special circumstances. And now they'll bounce it to Evelyn. Evelyn handing off there to Ingalls. Actually, Ruth, rather. And he lost it and rolled it onto the sideline, lost it out of bounds. Come back over to the Cyclones. Carnes into Copeland. It is Carnes, Copeland, Whitman, Melvin, and Lacey on the floor for West Prairie. As Holden Copeland dribbles in, kicks out to Lacey. Back to Whitman. Whitman holding on above his head, puts it on the bounce. Looking for somebody, bounces cross court for Holden Copeland. Down for Lacey. Lacey spins back out to Copeland. Works it into the lane. Evelyn trying to affect him. Nice job by Copeland to step around him. And it's 11-10, 1 point lead now for Rushville Industry. Ingalls is going to bring it up now. Out to Stambaugh, over to Ruth. Gets a screen from Evelyn. Dribbles down the lane. A burst of speed. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. But he'll be up at the free throw line. And they're going to whistle Carnes for the push as Stambaugh exploded to the hole. That is his first, team first in this second quarter. Free throw is up and good. Second one is no good, so it'll stay at 12-10 here as back comes Holden Copeland with it. Over to Whitman. He'll fake, bounce, give it up to Carnes. Carnes a bounce back to Whitman. Thought the three, pulled it down. Cross courts to Copeland. He fakes down the corner to Carnes. Carnes no good on the shot, and the rebound snapped up there by Stambaugh. Stambaugh quickly picked up by Carnes, nearly lost it. Had to gather it back in. Now looks to come across half court, bounces to Trone. And Trone whips it in the lane down for Ruth. Ruth shot on the way, no good. Rebound tipped. Ingalls has it. Bobbled, had to get it out of there. And out for the shot. No good from Stambaugh. Cyclones with it. Holden Copeland has Carnes ahead. Bounces down to him. Tyson Carnes will tie it up. At an even 12 apiece. 12-12 here in the second quarter play. We roll along with 5:15 on the clock. Up it comes to Stambaugh. He'll dribble down on Carnes. Wheeling on the near side. Bounces out to Trone. Trone with Melvin on him. Over to Ruth. Ruth going to work. Looking on the near side. Quick three on the way by Ingalls. And the bank is always open. A sports corner three for Ingalls. And it makes it a 15-12 ball game. Rushville Industry with the lead. They've led most of the way in this one. Holden Copeland will try to answer and does. Copeland, a sports corner three and answer, and we're tied at 15. Tied here at 15. Back they'll come the other way. And the pass from Ingalls up to Ruth. Out of bounds it goes, so it'll bring it back over the Cyclones. Ivan Beck and Gannon Shipman come in. Eklund check back in for Evelyn for Rushville Industry. They'll play a 2-3 zone. And the Cyclones will go back to work. Beck out to Whitman. Cross court, driving Beck. He'll explode into the lane. Partially blocked. Shipman the rebound. He can't get it to go. Puts it up again, puts it up, and puts it in. Gannon Shipman puts the Cyclones in the lead. As the Rockets will work the Ingles out to Trone. He'll put a three on the way, a little bit long. Rebound chased. Whitman down with it, back to Beck. And Beck will bring it quickly across the line for Shipman. Shipman going up. Shot is good. I think it surprised Gannon a little bit. Said, oh, here it is. Able to put it up and in, make it 19-15. Cyclones leading by 4. As they'll dribble down. Stand ball, pocket picked by Holden Copeland, but dribbled it on the sideline. Now turn back over. There's a pretty short sideline on that side. As they'll bring it in. Ruth will trigger it. All the way back in the backcourt. Stambaugh jumps high to get it and brings it across half court as Beck will bump him. Ivan Beck with a bump and foul. And that'll be his first and the second on the team here in the second quarter. Ruth will trigger. Into Stambaugh in the backcourt and bring it across. Cyclones by 4 as they work to 3.5 left in this first half. Over to Eklund. He'll hold, give it to Stambaugh. Dives toward the lane. Now looks to set it in the post. Comes out to Trone instead. Coming toward the near side. Looking to break away from Melvin. Looks like he dribbled it off it. So it'll stay here. Melvin had it go off his foot. And Eklund will bring it in bounds here for the Rockets. They bring it right back. Well, tried to bring it to him, and Gannon Shipman, a nice job to poke it away. A little bit too high on the pass. Up to Beck. Has it go through his hands, can't bring it in. I'll bring it back the other way. Evelyn will come back in. Now Trone will come out there trying to decide who is coming in or out. Cyclones apply pressure. Ruth looking to get up the court on Holden Copeland. Now does, gets a screen from Evelyn. Looking to challenge Shipman, tried to bounce in the lane. Whitman with the steal. He'll challenge Ingles. Craw going back and forth, missed it. Melvin the rebound. He'll put it up and put it in. Timeout called by Rushville Industry. We will step aside as a full timeout. 21-15. Cyclones in the lead. Right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's Radiology Department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, x-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ride and Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. LP service is unmatched in this area, and as a customer, they'll take care of you. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121 today. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101 today. Bushnell's only furniture store, MNB Furniture, is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles for everything you need to furnish your home or replenish an old one. Stop and see the folks at 41 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurniturinc.com. Cyclones causing a Rushville turnover there as Holden Copeland brings it in to Shipman. Shot is no good, and the rebound out in the hands of Ingles. He wanted to throw it up to Ruth. Had to pull it back down and works it across half court over to Stambaugh. Stambaugh holds, waits, gives a look at it. Over to Ruth. Back to Stambaugh, looking in the lane. The screen from Evelyn, bouncing out to Ruth. Cyclones by 4 here, 2.5 and ticking in this second quarter. Shot about a 7-footer, no good from Ruth. And Beck trying to bring it up. Ruth able to steal it away. He'll challenge, go up, and Beck got to commit the personal. And that'll be the third on the team. Ingles coming out, Trone coming in for the Rockets. And up at the free throw line will be Keaton Ruth. Free throw on the way. It is short. Now they'll switch Trone and Ingalls. Tyson Carnes back in here for the Cyclones. 21-15. Cyclones by 6. Free throw is good. Makes 1 of 2. 21-16. Cyclones back to work. Copeland down for Carnes. Put it on the bounce. Look back into the corner. Copeland a fake. Up to Beck. Beck comes over to Melvin. Melvin down for Carnes. Carnes in the lane. Shipman out for Beck. Over to Copeland. Fakes the 3. He'll direct a little traffic and move him back out as we go under 2 minutes left in the first half. Carnes watching Beck come through. Has Melvin open. Melvin probing the lane. Goes for Beck. Beck misses shot. Carnes the rebound though. He'll fake and come out for Copeland. Holding Copeland down the lane. Puts it up and puts it in. Cyclones take the lead by 7, 23-16. That's Rushville Industry. The Rockets go back to work. And we've got a foul whistled on Copeland. That'll be the 4th on the team. We'll bring it back the other way. Trone readies to throw it in. Has Evelyn right in front of him. Looking. Now he finds, oh, well, there you are. Hard to miss the big fella. Got it into him. Over to Stanbaugh. Stanbaugh working on Ivan Beck. Beck's got a couple of personals. Got to be careful. Trone wanted Evelyn. Nope. Watching Eklund cut in. Comes up to Ruth instead. Ruth looking to work here. Minute 10 and counting here. Evelyn to screen. Ruth the quick 3. No good. Rebound. Gannon Shipman out of there with it. And he'll look to push it up. Comes out here for Beck. Beck up to Carnes. Carnes on the far side. Gives a bounce and then goes out to Mason Sorrells. Back to Carnes. Bounces up to Melvin. Melvin tried to get in the lane for Shipman. Able to bat it out of there. Melvin out for Beck. Down for Sorrells. He'll put the shot on the way. A little short. And Eklund out of there with the rebound. Pressured and gives off to Stanbaugh. 40 seconds. A world of time there. Ruth along the far baseline out to Trone. Walk it out, and then bounce it up to Ruth. Spin it down, waits and holds. Lobs it in. Eklund, nice setup on there. Got good position, put it up and in. First basket for the Rockets in a while. And they cut it to 23-18. Cyclones have 15 seconds to work it. Hold it on. Beck out to Sorrells. Sorrells down for Melvin. Melvin in the lane, goes up. Evelyn blocks it. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with West Prairie. 4 seconds, 3.8 technically. It'll be quick enough to grab in a couple bounces. Into Melvin. Melvin open for the shot. And we've got a foul. With 1.3 seconds left, Trone not very happy. Got into him on the block out. And Melvin will be up at the free throw line. Missed the first. Mason Whitman will check in for Ivan Beck. And now Melvin will be up there for number 2. Second one, Melvin drops it home. And so here come the Rockets. Trone, shot will be no good. At the end of the first half of play, it is the Cyclones 24, the Rockets 18 right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Just about ready for the second half of play here. Glad you're alongside TSSR Game Time Live. We'll catch a little action with the band. We'll probably come on a little bit earlier than we do for the varsity contest, as we want to catch the band playing a little bit. That'll be kind of a special thing going on tonight. Not sure if Elena can get the camera all the way back over there, but we'll give it a try. As Cyclones lead it here 24-18 as we get the second half of play underway here. Again, you are listening to or viewing TSSR Game Time Live. The old radio guy in me has a hard time saying watching. It's always listening to me. And again, as we get ready to wrap up the regular season, like I said, boys-wise, this will be the last home game for the Cyclone boys. And we'll have senior night for the Cyclone girls coming up on Thursday night with a special presentation. Regional basketball coming up on Saturday at 6 p.m. On the floor, it is Ingalls, Eklund, Evelyn, Ruth, and Stambaugh. Evelyn with it now. Looking in, trying to lob it in the lane, tipped, and a lucky tip went over to Evelyn, puts it up and puts it in, and cuts the Cyclone lead 2-4 at 24-20. Whitman, Sorrells, and Shipman trying to save it in bounds. Can't. Joined by Lacey and Beckett. Out will come Ingalls with it. Up to Stambaugh. Stambaugh waits and holds as Sorrells works him. Bounces over for Ruth. Ruth's going to come down that near side. Spins. Passes to Eklund and then out to Ingalls. Ingalls going to get the dribble, come to the corner. Tries to lob it in, and Evelyn was in a sandwich. Couldn't get a hold of it. And now Tyson Carnes will check in. Mason Sorrells out for West Prairie. Ruth will trigger in. Bounces into Eklund in the far corner. Carnes doing a nice job covering Stambaugh. Lobs in the lane. Evelyn with it. Now over to Stambaugh. He'll spin in the lane. Come over to Ingalls. Ingalls three up and on the way. He is good. Sports corner three for Nolan Ingalls. And it's a one-point ball game, 24-23. Cyclones by one. Carnes trying to lob it to Shipman. Blocked. Cyclones do recover. They'll reset it here over to Beck. Beck will pull up, put the three up. No good. And a rebound. Ingalls and Carnes tie it up. It'll stay with the Cyclones. Carson's ready to trigger it in. Holds, bounces in, Shipman up with it, gets it to go. 26-23, lead out to three here. Cyclones have led by as many as 6. Now back comes Ingalls, and we've got an illegal screen on Evelyn. Whitman didn't get fully in front of him and caught him with that shoe, and so that'll be a foul on Evelyn. Now, for all the folks at home there, that is one of those things. It's kind of as much on the guard as it is on the post player to set that screen. Evelyn caught him with the leg, and now Ruth with a steal for the Rockets. Driving in on Shipman, goes up, can't get it to go. Evelyn right there for the board, puts it up, and puts it in. Drops it up, drops it in. Makes it 26-25. Mason Whitman out on the far side, dribbles in. Trying to go in on Ruth, out to Lacey, over to Shipman. Passes for Carnes, will bounce. And now for Lacey. We've got a timeout call by Sam the counter. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
I think the rewarding parts of my job are seeing people over time and getting to know them and getting to know their families. And that's very exciting to see them and get them better over time, especially if I'm able to find out something that other places haven't. And that's kind of what drew me to family medicine. You know, I try to get along with people and treat them as I would my family. Do what we can to get the patients taken care of day in and day out. It's pretty supportive. I'm Dr. Michael Waters. I'm a family physician here at the McDonough District Hospital Family Clinic.
JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop here for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events, live on a big screen. Join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. This West Prairie game stream made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. Buffering means suffering, so kick slow Wi-Fi to the curb and connect your home with MTC's fiber internet to get blazing fast Wi-Fi speeds up to 1 gig. Sign up online at mtcfiber.net. Cyclones work a very animated Sam to counter in the timeout. Beck loops the floater up, no good. Rebound, Evelyn down with it. And out of there with it comes Ingles. Ingles up to Stambaugh. And Stambaugh out to Ruth. He'll put up the long three, no good. And Whitman out of there with the rebound. Good block out by Mason Whitman. Up to Beck. Will bounce it out. Look to load to Shipman. Working on Stambaugh. Over for Whitman. Dribbles. Hands it off to Shipman. Over to Carnes. Carnes. Baseline. Jumper is no good. And even the rebound. As the Rockets using that size to control the glass. As Stambaugh dribbles up. Bounces over to Ingles. Ingles. Wheels on the far side. Out to Ruth. Ruth going to drive, gets a screen from Eklund, looks to load him. Nearly had it poked away, fight for it. Carnes out of there with it. Tried to bounce it away, and Ruth comes back up with it. Drives in on Lacey, goes up. No foul, comes out with it. Shipman out with it. 4.5 left to go. Here in this third quarter, a 1-point Cyclone lead. Carnes 3 on the way, he is good! Sports corner 3 for Tyson Carnes. And it is now 29-25, 4-point Cyclone lead. Ingles dribbling on Whitman. Jump stop. Cut off there, tries to throw it inside. Stolen by Lacey. Whitman tried to bounce it up to him. Stolen back by the Rockets. Ruth to Ingles. Missed it, and Shipman out of there with the board. Gannon Shipman. Off to Carnes. Tyson Carnes across half court over to Whitman. Whitman, quick three up, no good. Rebound, tip. Shipman at it. And then Eklund comes away with it. Out to Ingles. Ingles in a hurry for the Rockets. Up the near side, slows, waits. Over to Ruth. Fans wanting to push, more like a good play on. Ingles looking to load the post. Dribbles on Whitman. Now Eklund sitting down on Lacey. Gets it in the paint. Kind of pulled it back into his pocket and put it up and in. As the post once again taken over for the Rockets. 29-27. 2-point lead here as they come up to Beck. Ivan Beck had Shipman for a second. Now gets it to him. Gannon Shipman spin in the paint. Fouled on the way through. And he'll be up at the free throw line. Ingles with the personal. And Gannon Shipman stepping up the free throw line. Shipman makes it a 30-27 lead. Cam Melvin in, Aiden Lacey out for West Prairie. Second one's good as well. 31-27, lead is 4. As we work to 2:58, clock rolling here in this third quarter. Stambaugh dribbles it up, hands off to Ingles. Ingles dive to the lane and kind of traveled as he went through there. Kind of out of control as he went into the lane. Well, they're bringing in Holden Copeland into the game for West Prairie. As Ivan Beck dribbles it up here, works out to Copeland on the outside. Copeland working on Evelyn, backing into the lane. Kicks out for Shipman. Shipman to Melvin. Melvin over to Beck. Beck looking for Carnes to pop out. Finds Copeland instead on the near side. Over for Shipman to Beck. Beck will take a bounce. Pulling on out of there over to Melvin. Melvin to Carnes. Carnes weaving, shoots shot, no good. Rebound high in the air, tipped around, and Ruth has it for the Rockets. And they're going to whistle a foul on Tyson Carnes on the reach-in. Just the second on the team in this quarter. And now, kind of a, I don't know, they lob, beauty of a lob into Eklund. He'll shoot, no good, get his own rebound. Beck trying to take it away, and Ivan Beck will be whistled for the personal. And some consternation among the West Prairie fans, but that one was a reach. 31-27. 2:10, they bring it into Ingles. Ingles shot no good, a little short. Beck the rebound. And he'll work it on out of there. Dribbles in the lane, goes up, and got a foul before the block by Eveland. And that'll put Ivan Beck up to the free throw line. Beck, free throw number one, he is good. Lead out to 5 at 32-27, and even 2 minutes left to go. Beck missed that one, Eklund had it. Now Eveland pulls it down, and they'll head back the other way. Standball very quickly to the far side, going to get a screen from Eveland. Hands off to Ruth. Ruth in the lane. Shot is up. Shipman able to tap it. And they're going to whistle a foul on Eveland for the push-off. And that is the fourth on Rushville Industry. So one more and the Cyclones will shoot the bonus. Holden Copeland across the timeline now. Comes over to Beck on the far side. He'll get a screen from Shipman. Passes to Melvin. Holden Copeland directing some traffic out to Carnes, over to Beck. Beck works it around, work down a minute and a half, gets it into Melvin, has his pass tapped and stolen away. And Standball whips it up to Ruth, and Ruth is going to get fouled by Beck. Ivan Beck will have to come out. Mason Whitman in for West Prairie. And now coming in is Standball. Standball going behind his back. Had to gather it back. Trone back in the game for Evelyn for Rushville Industry. They bounce up to Standball. Standball screen from Eklund. Coming down, shoots over Shipman, won't get to go. Ingles the rebound, and he's fouled by Whitman. So that's going to put Ingles up at the free throw line to shoot two. And that is the fourth on the West Prairie team. Free throw on the way, in and good. Makes it 32-28. Ready's the second one. Minute 5 left to go, third quarter. And it is no good, so out of there with it, they'll come. Dribbling up here, Holden Copeland out to Mason Whitman. Whitman to the lane for Shipman. Shipman a fake, gonna drive in, put it up and put it in. Nice drive by Gannon Shipman. And it is a 34-28 lead. They're going to bring it out to Ingles. Oh, as Ingles going to dribble around, wheel it back out. Tried to bounce it in for Eklund, had it tapped away by Shipman. And the Cyclones with another steal. We count down 30 seconds and rolling here in the third. Carnes wide open, nobody picked him up, missed the three. Trone able to chase it in the corner. Telling him to slow down a little bit. Standball fires it to Ruth. Ruth driving on Copeland as it tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay here. Ruth will trigger in. 34-28, 6-point lead. Hayden Lacey in, Mason Whitman out for West Prairie. As they'll lob it in to Standball. Standball with a dribble coming down to Trone. Trone on the far side baseline. He'll wheel up to the wing on the dribble drive, looking to come back for somebody. Try to get into Ecklo, and Shipman was able to reach over and grab it. Carnes got it. And at the end of the third quarter of play, the Cyclones hanging on to the lead by a score of 34-28. That'll take us to the fourth quarter. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, x-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Back here for the fourth quarter of play. Don't forget, having slow and reliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2026. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems in the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability today. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area, and as a customer, they'll take care of you. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. It is Ingalls, Trone, Stambaugh, Ecklu on the floor, and a nice cut by Stambaugh puts it up and in. And a good possession on that first one of the fourth quarter for the Rockets. It's 34-30. Cam Melvin will dribble up, trying to leave it in for Lacey. Back to Melvin. He'll dribble the near side. It is Lacey, Carnes, Holden, Copeland, and Shipman for the Cyclones. Holden, Copeland, three, no good. And the rebound, I think if Trone would have let it go, Lacey had tipped it. Tyson Carnes into Shipman, found him, nice, thread the needle pass. And Gannon Shipman gets one, makes it 36-30. 7:18 mark of this fourth quarter. Ecklu has the pass go through his hands. And out of there with it comes Holden, Copeland, and the Cyclones. Down for Lacey. Lacey goes up, puts it up, missed it. Ecklu climbs high for the board and brings it off to Ingalls, who will work it up. Ingalls to the near side, kind of moves Ruth out of his way. Weaves it back to him on the far side. Looking in the post, looking for Ecklu, and Carnes able to tap that one away. And now Holden Copeland will work it up here. Of course, while the varsity contest coming up, we'll give you a little sample of the West Prairie Band. Carnes with it in the lane, comes to Shipman to Copeland. Wheel over to Melvin. Melvin looking to drive in. Floater is up, no good. Rebound tip, and Ruth has it. And then Cam Melvin making this. Has swung, and that is the first on the team in this fourth quarter. Had a substitution there as Ecklu coming out. Ingalls will dribble it up a little, pressure against Cam Melvin. Over to Trone. And I had a kind of funny moment, Sam DeCounter saying to Cam Melvin, why? I've had that discussion with Cam's sister once in a while, too. Out there, bring it. Evelyn, a screen on Holden Copeland as Ruth dribbles down. Copeland tapped that, puts it up and in. And it's 36-32. Right back comes Carnes. Wheels out. Shipman out to Melvin. Over for Carnes. Carnes bounces in, tried to get it to Shipman off his foot. It'll be out of bounds to Rushville Industries. Site of the Rockets can pick their way back into this one. Stambaugh over to Ruth to Trone. Watches Ruth cut through, Stambaugh cut through, a nice fadeaway over Gannon Shipman. Kind of, I think, caught the Cyclones by surprise. 36-34, the lead's down to 2. Copeland out on the near side, dribbles and fakes, wanted to go to Lacey, couldn't, to Carnes, he'll wheel up. Out for Lacey, over to Melvin. Melvin looking for a seam to Holden. Copeland will wheel it around up top. Evelyn on him. Now looking to load Shipman on Ruth. To Carnes, he'll put up the three. That is no good, and the rebound fought for Ruth. Secures it, and the Rockets can tie it up. Trone shoots shot, partially blocked by Shipman. And they'll bring it out of there the other way. Cyclones by 2, 4:55 left to go in this game. As they bring it down to Carnes. Carnes, far side of the free throw lane, cut off there nicely. To Melvin. Melvin trying to dig his way into Shipman. Out to Copeland, over to Lacey. Lacey goes in, shot too hard off the backboard, and a near take back by Shipman. And now the Rockets will come back the other way. Bouncing up to Ingles. Ingles watching Ruth cut through up to Stanball. Trying to get, and they're going to whistle a block on Carnes. That'll be the second on the team in this quarter. So Mason Whitman will come in. Tyson Carnes out. And Ivan Beck will check in. Aiden Lacey will go out for the Cyclones. A little more guard-heavy rotation for the Cyclones. Stanball has it in the backcourt. Up to Trone. Trone holds. Fires it to Evelyn. Evelyn down the lane. Bounced it out. And Stanball had to go chase it. Finally pulls it down. Looking, they try to load him on a backdoor cut. He'll shoot, and Shipman says, get it out of here. Erase that one. So Ruth. Ivan Beck going to do a little shoe tying here. Ruth looking for Stanball, cutting through, couldn't find him, finds Evelyn instead. Out to Trone, he'll set his feet, shoot the three, just a little short to Stanball, he'll shoot, can't get it to go. Ruth the rebound, he can't get it to go. Fight for it underneath, Whitman throws it in, and Beck's got it. Beck creating a little separation here. 3:15 left to go here in the ball game, and the Cyclones stretching it out a little bit. Melvin gives a screen, Beck traveled with it. Couple steps too many. And they'll bring it in. Ingles. Cyclones are going to put pressure in the backcourt into Ruth. Ruth slowly edging up against Holden Copeland. Comes to the near side of half court. Now breaks half court. Looking to get a screen. Trying to set up one from Evelyn. Wheels back. And gathers it in on the sideline. Hands it off to Trone. Trone nearly had it picked. Fell down and lost the handle on it. And turns it over. So again, a 2-point advantage here for the Cyclones. Hanging tight in this one as Ivan Beck dribbles it up. Screen by Shipman. Beck looking, comes to Whitman. Whitman gets a screen from Melvin. Went to pull up, hands to Copeland. And just continue to wheel it around. Bounce in, they find wide open Gannon Shipman. And a big bucket there to give him a little breathing room at 38-34. Stanball works up, picks up his dribble, bounces to Ruth. Watching Ingles cut through, comes to Evelyn. Hands off to Stanball. Stanball in the lane. Got a couple guys up. Trone will shoot the three. Got it! Big sports corner three for Trone as Tyson Trone knocks it down, makes it 38-37. 2.5 left to go here in this one. Holden Copeland dribbling, sliding through, slices in, puts it up and in. Huge bucket there. As Trone holds it out, now Melvin will pressure him a little bit. And they're going to whistle a foul. Cam Melvin with the personal. That is the third on the team in this fourth quarter. Eklund will check in. He'll replace Trone for the Rockets. Ruth looking, comes into Evelyn. Evelyn rides it up, nearly stolen away. Back out to Stanball. On the tip, Eklund trying to work on Cam Melvin. Ingles will bring it out here. 3-point lead for the Cyclones. 40-37. Ruth now working, high 1-4 set. Evelyn gives a screen, Ruth drives in, puts it up, left it a little short, and the Cyclones have it back. Up to Mason Whitman, quickly to Beck, puts it up and in. Beauty of a fast break. And they make it 42-37. Ruth holds, has screens either way, puts up the long three, and he's short. The rebound, Stambaugh up with it, puts it up and puts it in. Keeps it at a 3-point disadvantage. Minute and a half left to go here in the ball game. Clock rolling as Ingles trying to get to Beck. Out to Copeland. Copeland wheels it out. Working on Eckley now, spins in the paint, goes up and is fouled. Holden Copeland will stand in at the free throw line, trying to help put this one away for the Cyclones. Free throw is up and good. Rolls around, falls down. 43-39. And Copeland makes the second. Holden Copeland out. Tyson Carnes in for West Prairie. And they will pressure on the inbounds here into Stambaugh. Wanted to come to Ruth, couldn't, as Mason Whitman giving him pressure. Stambaugh coming across the timeline now. Whitman all over him, over to Ingles. Ingles driving in, scoops, hit the underside of the backboard. That was one for Mr. Castleberry, but a foul on the rebound. Ingles up at the free throw line. Makes the first. So makes it 44-40. Trying to draw within one here. And the next one on the Cyclones will be 2 free throws for the Rockets. And Ingles came over the line, so costing the free throw. And we've got a timeout by the Rockets. We'll step aside as well. 59 seconds left to go in the game. 44-40 lead for West Prairie right here on TSSR. Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone, pasta sandwiches, and of course pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street, Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're age 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Gannon Shipman will bring it inbounds here, 44-40. Rushville Industry has a lot of fouls to give. Shipman out to Whitman, quickly over to Melvin. Melvin avoiding trouble to Carnes. Carnes out to Beck, and Ivan Beck will work it out here as he's double teamed out top, over to Carnes. Carnes will be fouled by Ruth. That's just the second on the Rushville Industry team. Got at least 3 more to go now. Into Shipman. Shipman holds over to Whitman. Whitman down to Beck. If they're going to foul, they're letting a lot of time go in that one. Stambaugh will give the foul on Beck. That is the third. .36 seconds. You bring it into Beck. Beck holds. Over to Whitman. Whitman out to Shipman. Shipman holds it above his head. Waits. Couple dribbles. Over to Beck. They're working there. And over to Carnes. Carnes dribbles up. Holds. Lobs it. Tried to lob into Shipman. He was pushed. Let 16 seconds go off the clock there before they got the personal. Still have one to give. Melvin in with it, and he'll be fouled by Eklund. And that is the 5th on the team. So Cam Melvin will be up at the free throw line. 18 seconds left. Free throw by Melvin won't stick. So we'll try to make the next one. Make it a 2-possession ball game. Technically sort of is now. Second one's good. Cam Melvin makes it 45-40 inbounds. Up to Stambaugh. Stambaugh on a dribble. Don't have to have a 3. Over to Ruth. He'll put up the long 3. No good. Rebound tipped in the air. Tip. And Melvin throws it in, saves it to Beck with 5 seconds left. The Cyclones will have it there, and Beck fouled by Ruth. And so Ivan Beck will step up to the free throw line with 2.9 seconds left. Trying to finish this one off. First one short. Ready's the second one. And gets it to fall and stick. 46-40 now. They try to throw it up. Stambaugh off the backboard. And that's the final score, 46-40. The Cyclones win it over the Rushville Industry Rockets here. We're going to head over to the varsity stream. Try to catch the band in action a little bit coming up. You're listening to and watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.